A diplomatic firestorm erupted in Nigerian online community as US President Donald Trump branded Nigeria, now disgraced country, and threatens military intervention should the killing of Christians continue in Nigeria. This is no longer a matter of joke. It is not about playing the dirty politics in Nigeria, covering up impunity and wickedness. It is not about INEC corrupt tendencies of rigging election, manipulating everybody, buying up everybody. This is the position of the power, the world power. They have kept silence, indifference about the impunity, the atrocity that is going on unchecked, haven't given the federal government of Nigeria long time, a long rope to see if they have intention or the political will or decisiveness to end this insurgency. They have given a wrong rope. They have been patient for long, watching, and unfortunately, they were not disappointed because it has been confirmed that even the people within the corridor of power are complicit to the ongoing insecurity, killings of Christian communities. And some people were asking for evidence. What I will leave you with this video, of course, in the course of this, you will now watch. There are 1,000 and 1,000 and 10,000 of evidence abounding. Nigeria, according to US President Donald J. Trump, is now a disgraced country. A disgraced country. And the US Senator More has warned TINUBU, don't test Mr. Donald Trump's resolve about the Christian genocide. Don't think that this is about APC and PDP, where elections can be declared while Nigerians are asleep and everything should be taken for granted. If you do pass yourself, you go collect woto. That is what the Senate, US Senator is telling TINUBU. This is not a joke. This is not Nigeria's affair. This is not TINUBU's affair. It is not Jagaban of Lagos or Bodilon. This one pass you. The water is too deep. Don't test the resolve of American institution, American military, American government in upholding the sanctity of human dignity as the highest defender of human rights and dignity. Never you test America power. If you are talking blah, 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 talking rubbish, that Nigeria, America should help you with military force, military this thing to fight terrorism. It is too late because long rope have been given you, and the same government is claiming that what the picture that is being painted by the American president is not just what it is. Now, why are you calling and inviting that America should have helped you with military might to fight terrorism? Why the same government living in denial? They have told you, guy, better no matter whether you are high with anything, don't cross your boundary. If you cross your boundary, go woto. This one woto, double, front and back. Not be a matter of joke. This is not a level of, we are not ready to engage in all these frivolities and the rest of them. We go treat your fuck up. That is what he's telling him. I don't know if you're getting this picture. I'm trying to pass the message in a way, to convey the message in a way a layman can understand what is going on. It's no longer a child's play. It involves the lives of thousands and tens of thousands of defenseless Nigerian citizens on the basis of their religious right, liberty. They were killed at the altar of sycophancy, Islamic radicalism, and the rest of them. The same government covering it up, sealing it, and telling the world that the narrative was overhyped, and the rest of them. Why TINUBU was still talking, the US should rather discuss about how to cooperate with Nigeria by giving them military and the rest of all the military in Nigeria. What have they done? After procuring military wares, weapons, and the rest of them running in billions of dollars, at the end of the day, what we hear is that the Boko Haram has overpowered military base, carted away with the weapon. The same weapon that was used, procured by Nigerian money, they now ended up in the hands of the terrorists, and they use it to unleash mayhem. This is not one, two, twice. This has been happening. Is a recurrent decimal. When they attack the highest military formation, Jaji, in Kaduna State, Nigerian Defense Academy, killed some military top hierarchies and the rest, carried away with everything, leveled everything down. They have been caught with using the Nigerian bullets, green bullets, meaning military bullets, the ones they carted away. After divulging certain secrets and operations of the military, which even the sitting governor of Borno, other governors has alleged, has said that there are collaborators within the hierarchy of the military, selling out the military strategies and secret operations to the terrorists. And those recruited, reintegrated into the military. Imagine, into the security architecture, which should be a very sensitive institution. Not all commerce are fair. You integrated Boko Haram terrorists, which means it is a terrorist country. When Donald Trump says that Nigeria now a disgraced country, a disgraced, living in the past glory, you know what that means? A disgraced country means it has lost its sovereignty, because already if your sovereignty is being compromised, you confirm the military defense headquarters, military chiefs, defense chief of defense staff told Nigerians, told the world, that the people killing Nigerian citizens are foreigners. They are foreigners. They are not Nigerian Fulanis or whatever they call them. Now, what does that mean? It's a sign, an evidence of a disgraced country. So when there appears to be firestorm, of course, raging in the Nigerian online community and the rest of them, you should understand and analyze the subjects of interest. Why did Donald Trump describe Nigeria, now disgraced country? What are the primary responsibility and essence of sovereignty of a state? What is the need? What is the essence of sovereignty? Claiming you have sovereignty. Nigeria is a sovereign state. The sovereignty of Nigeria cannot be negotiated. Why you are negotiating with Boko Haram? Many of the territories of Nigeria have been taken over. Its sovereignty has been compromised. That is what Donald Trump is saying. A country that cannot guarantee the safety of her citizens, where her citizens are being massacred at ease on daily basis, including the military, the security of architecture have collapsed, that the military are becoming casualties, let alone the defenseless civilian population, communities that have been rounded up, subdued, their ancestral home taken over, renamed. The same terrorists sack indigenous communities who are Nigerian citizens. They occupy the same country, the same locality communities, rename it after themselves, while a government is still running. Those who survived and escaped, not only escaped, ended up in internally displaced camps, are still there. For some have spent more than a decade, some 2 decades, 19 years, and the rest of them. They are tired and fed up. How can we? What kind of life, what kind of misery is this? Some of them reached out and cried out, we want to go back to our homes. Internally displaced camps is a horrible place to raise students, to live. Our privacy has been destroyed. Our communal and societal life disrupted. How long shall we live as slaves and fugitives in their supposed country we call our own? The government, the security operatives have failed to protect the people, only making excuses for their failure and inability to defend the territorial integrity of the Nigerian state, the reason for which they were paid, and they took an oath of allegiance. So when Donald Trump described Nigeria as a disgraced country, you have to dig deeper to unravel his motivations, his inspiration. Where did he get his inspiration from? Are there evidence that could back up his defense, his claim? It's not just coming to say, hey, Nigeria. Of course, many people have expressed it that Nigeria, even before now, some national analysts have said the way Nigeria is going is still towards a failed state. Even before Donald Trump and American president, senators begin to raise concern because they have been seeing this repeatedly. They begin to ask, it means this government has no any commitment to bringing an end to this rascality, to this insurgency, to these war crimes, to this genocide being coordinated, supervised by the instrument of the state, by people within the corridor of power. Jonathan said it, that Boko Haram are in his cabinet. You know what that means? And it's been reported that even by the former boss of the Nigerian intelligence agency, a Yoruba man, he said it. There are people, if they mention them, they are currently within the corridor of power. Some are governors, some are senators, who are behind the sponsors of terrorism. But they have appeared untouchable. When they arrested about 400 Boko Haram, eventually they were expecting for them to be arraigned in the court of law and tried according to the extant laws of the Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, they disappeared in thin air. They were released. Because if they were to be prosecuted, they will call names. Many heads will roll. Those who were behind the oppressions and the rest of them will be exposed. And the only way to silence them is to distract them, and eventually the killings continue. Despite the call to negotiate, appease them, give them money, pay them well so that they can release, relinquish, hands off, and the rest of them abandon their guns and the rest of them. The last resort of this deal collapsed recently, and Gumi is on the run. After warning Nigerian military defense force, do not break the treaty. Make sure you do not break the peace deal and the rest of them. What happens? It never lasted for 2 weeks or about less than a month. They started killings. Of recent, in Plateau State, about 17 of them was killed within the week or the weekend or so. Either yesterday or 2 days ago. They continued the dastard act across South Katsina and other regions, telling you that they are not in to respect any law or any treaty, any peace deal, because they have a mission within a timeline. So coming to make mockery or make gist of whatever, the killings, the life of people, these have involved humanity. This involved humans, families, several communities, families were entirely wiped off. just as what happened in Benue State. About 8 families, including children, mother, son, were wiped off. What were their crime? What were their offense? These are current realities staring at us, and nobody can live in that denial. And you're coming to do messy. They have won, Mr. TINUBU. Don't mistake the resolve of Donald Trump on Christian killings. Don't think it is a matter that you want to lobby and the rest of these are not Nigerian senators that enjoyment allowances could be sent to their email. They can receive their email in their inbox and the rest of them. This is a demand on humanity. Humanity is the first religion. Humanity is the first priority. And America, being the police of the world, has been keeping close watch to whatever is happening. Don't think they are not aware. Don't think they are not seeing. They have mounted surveillance as they are receiving all this news and development. They have their secret agents and the rest of them scattered all over, the world over. They can even invade Nigeria without Nigeria knowing. They came to Nigeria around the Lake Chad Basin. They conducted their operations. They left without being detected. That is how powerful America is. They came, they rescued one of their Navy SEALs and went back. You get it? So there is no way you can compare their sophistication and their expertise and maneuvering. They have all it takes to defend the oppressed Christian population and other minor indigenous groups that are target of this hostility and genocide. They have written out strong warning. Don't ever test. This is not a matter of joke. Your country has been disgraced for failing to protect the citizens from terrorist invasions across the regions of this country. Of recent, about Thursday or thereabouts, you heard the shocking news that Al-Qaeda terrorist group claimed responsibility of the attack. They hosted their flag in Kwara State, where they coordinated a very successful attack, ambushed the military personnel, confirmed by the military defense headquarters that some group of military personnel on patrol were ambushed by Al-Qaeda. Why didn't the Nigerian Defense Intelligence or Nigerian Intelligence Agency crack or detected that these people are around and these are their missions? What happens to the area surveillance and the rest of them? You can see how porous Nigerians are, that a renowned terror group can invade Nigeria without the government knowing, without the intelligence agencies. Or perhaps they are telling us they are aware, but are helpless, really. And the military operatives are falling victims of this. So, what reason do you have to doubt Mr. Trump over his position? If you have called Nigeria a disgrace, now a disgraced country, he have his reasons. Could be tenable. If the country has expressed the competence and ability to defend its territorial integrity, sovereignty, and also protect the life and properties of Nigerians. Sadly, the security operatives that are saddled with the responsibility of protecting life, look at them being ambushed, worsted and killed, their camps and bases being overrun. So what other disgrace is higher than that? No, what greater disgrace, and they are found within the Nigerian defined territory, claiming the responsibility of such attack. They have their camps, their base established in different regions of this country. They have said they have occupied these forest beds, threatening to attack Nigerian communities, invading several communities. I mean, people fleeing from their ancestral homes to neighboring countries like Cameroon, the Republic, and the rest of them. This is happening within the country known as Nigeria. Why they claim they are not at war? But indeed, Nigeria is at war with itself. Because if the citizen can flee, including traditional leaders, district leaders, of course, and the rest of the district heads and the rest of them, they are fleeing because if you stay back, you may not live to tell the story. So if that is not a disgrace, tell me then what is a disgrace? Millions, tens of millions of Nigerian children are out of school. Churches destroyed, Christian churches, schools, and the rest of them destroyed and annihilated, and the rest of them. And you said that Trump might be wrong. Such cannot happen to American citizens. There is no power, there is no even non-state actor that can invade America, establish their base within the American defined territory, unleashing mayhem, ambushing the military, kidnapping, abducting, I mean, massacring people, burning children alive within the defined territory of America, and America will keep watch and fold their hands. It is impossible, not even in the realm of fantasy. You can't even imagine that, the possibility of such. They establish their base and threaten American defense force. Don't come near our camp. If you come, we will rain fire and brimstone. You can imagine that. America negotiating with Taliban that have invaded the American territory, striking a peace deal. Wow.